Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and blog. It's Mary. I'm going to show you a really simple, clean and simple card to make in bulk for your Christmas cards. So I made 5 of these. I'm trying to make at least 5 to 10 of all of the designs unless they're super intricate. But here I'm going to take this wonderful Christmas tree die that I have. It comes in a pack of 3, and I'm going to use some masking paper to die cut that out. Now, I want you to disregard the ugly sweaters in the frame to the left because I thought I was going to use them for this card, ended up not. So they're just hanging out there. So I'm going to place my masking paper down on my Nina Solar White 110-pound cardstock base, and I'm going to start my ink blending. I start off with regular old Distress inks, which I haven't pulled out in quite a while, and I do love them. But I realize that if I'm going to make multiples of these cards, I need something that blends just a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. So I'm starting off here with some Mowed Lawn and Twisted Citron in the regular Distress inks. It worked well, and I was able to blend, but notice that I do have to do a lot of that starting off on the masking paper because it doesn't quite blend as smoothly as the oxides. So I'm going to reveal that, and it's just magical when you take that mask off and the tree just looks beautiful. I really like this clean and simple look here. So I'm going to get going with the next one. Now I've pulled out my oxides. I'm using Lucky Clover and Twisted Citron. In hindsight, or if I do this again, I would like to throw in that middle shade, which is Peeled Paint. I think these two are a little bit too different in hue, but I was still able to get a blend because I went over the Lucky Clover a lot with the Twisted Citron, and that lightened that up quite a bit. So I was able to get a good blend. Now I do these two combinations with the rest of the 4 panels that I use for the tree. So I'm going to peel that one off as well. You have to be very careful when you're peeling your mask so that you don't rip it. I was able to use this mask for all 5 cards, so that was really economical, so I appreciated that. Here I'm taking out this little banner banner stamp from a couple years ago, a Catherine Pooler Stamp of Approval collection. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do or what I was doing here. But I ended up not liking the gold and silver on the banner, so I just stuck with the silver one that says Peace, Love, Joy. And now I'm going to move into showing you how I finished off all of these trees. So I used some red kind of stickles. It's kind of stickles that I have in my stash, but it's not. It's Studio, I'll link it below. But I did use gold and silver stickles a lot throughout here, and those are really great to draw with. So here you see I'm using my gold stickles for the garland, and then I'm going to go back in with my silver stickles, and I'm going to add basically 2 layers of garland. I never put gold and silver garland on my tree, although I do think that would be kind of pretty. I just kind of keep to one, and usually the green tree that I have in the house is decorated in a red tinsel. Now my white tree in my house, that's decorated in this color blue, silver, and white. And it's just magical. Okay, so this is the, I got this I think for $1 at one of the craft stores. This in red and green, same brand. Now the red and green held up pretty well, but the blue, when it dried back, it flattened out completely, and it kind of definitely doesn't look like a dome shape. So that was kind of disappointing, but I only used that on 1 card. Here I'm making a little bit of a different shape with my stickles, and then I'm going back in with the gold to make dome drops, basically ornaments with the stickles. Stickles is not ideal for that, although it did seem to hold up pretty nicely. The type of liquid that you want to use, or enamel dot, would be Ranger's good, and then also, of course, Nuvo are amazing, and that's what I'm using here. So I'm going in with 3 different shades of Nuvo drops, crystal drops, and they keep their dome beautifully. And if you're not in a high humid area, they'll dry really hard. So we're just getting out of summer here in Florida, which is kind of nice because these dried almost rock hard in my house. So that was great. I'm just adding a light blue, dark blue, and a purple just for a little bit of different color theme there. Okay, on this one, I am going to go through and I'm going to use, again, putting down my tinsel. I kind of like that little squiggly tinsel. Thought that was fun. And then I'm going to go in here with my white Nuvo drops. Now, when they dry back, it actually takes on the property of the ink below. So they dry back almost like a lime green. And you'll see in the finished cards here coming up. But that was it. Nice, clean, and simple Christmas cards. I let them dry overnight, and then I took these pictures. But you can kind of see the yellowish green ornaments up there. All right, so here's some close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll link below what I used. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And visit my blog when you have time, and you can find me in other forums below. As always, I so appreciate your comments if you leave me any, and we will craft again soon. Bye-bye.